Thank you, Rico. It is with a heavy heart that I begin this Sunday worship. On Friday, we received the news that Thomas Brown had passed away. Thomas moved from New Orleans and shortly thereafter joined the staff here at First U Society of San Francisco. And this community benefited from his commitment and love for over 30 years. Among his gifts were not only how he cared for us and this building, which he said he always wanted to keep shiny, and he did. Caring for our members, but also serving as an ambassador for our values. Thomas would greet everyone who came through the doors with his New Orleans warmth. He would heat up a plate of food for anyone who came through the doors hungry. One time I came out to the lobby to find him pulling together an entire outfit for someone who came wearing far too few clothes. Things he gathered from the lost and found, his own sweatshirt, even asking another custodian if he could give the man the extra shoes he left here at church with my promise that they would be replaced. Thomas served our country during Vietnam, and some of what plagued his body and health over the years were the side effects of what he was exposed to in that war. In October, you may remember, we sent him off with more celebration as he headed to be with family in Texas and Louisiana. He was getting sicker, and he knew, and we knew, that there was a chance that this trip home would be his last. He was with family when he passed. In honor of the life and ministries of Thomas Brown, we extinguish a candle on our altar. When we have news about plans for his memorial service, which likely will take place in Louisiana but be available to us by Zoom, we will share that with all of you. Good morning, everybody. If you're joining us online through the live stream, welcome. If you got yourself here this morning, thank you. Before we move forward into what this morning holds for us, I want to take a quick look back to last week's extraordinary holiday fair. The fair brought in $5,761. We had a goal of $6,000, and so some of you may have already seen there's a holiday after sale in the gallery after services. Bargains can be found, I am told, especially on UUSF swag, so don't miss it. And much more than the money the fair brought in was how joyful an afternoon it was. How many people were there with us last week? Yeah, so you know. We packed the room with people eating around tables, a gorgeous meal, a universal celebration. Thank you to Lori Lai and Stacy Coyle and all their helpers for that gorgeous, delicious meal. There was fancy hot chocolate and great wine and homemade cookies that supported up on top our ministry to kids in the Tenderloin and the neighborhood. Our last year of the gorgeous wreaths that Marie Kazan-Kamarik has been making every year and selling to support the internship program. There were children serving tea and homemade desserts and jumble sale delights and UU Service Committee goodies to help fund human rights work around the world, and the creative works of all of our artist friends and members. We owe the biggest debt of gratitude to Cheryl Diener and Stacy Coyle for dreaming up such a vibrant event and then making it happen. Are either of you here? Cheryl, thank you. It's amazing that the two of you are still standing and functioning. And thanks to the wildly long list of volunteers, vendors, and people who made it happen, including those of you who attended, I want to just run through quickly, although you can see it in other places, the list of volunteers. Even if you can't read it, I want you to take in the scope of it. And by the way, to get a screen that has no lines in the middle costs $100,000. So if anybody is really bothered by it, as we sometimes are, and you have a little pocket change you'd like to share. So thank you. Can we please give them all a round of applause? So how many people have not been to a Hanging of the Greens service here at UUSF before? Oh, you are so in for a treat. This is our time to honor the transition into the days leading up to winter solstice. So get ready. This isn't your standard church service. You're going to have to move around and sing and craft. We're going to do our best for those of you who are joining us on live stream to simulate an in-person experience. We'll carry you around back and forth between the rooms. You might want to get ready some holiday decorating that you need to do, or craft an orange and cloves if you have it at home, paper and scissors to make snowflakes or cookies to bake. It's all your call, but we want you to join in the fun. The service takes a lot of people to make happen. Thank you, Jonathan Silk, for trying to make it real for people at home. Our worship team, so extraordinary and large that we had to add chairs today. Our Greens, elves, and volunteers, particularly Jonah Berquist. Jonah, where are you? If you are at the last session and you're bringing in the Greens, you have to obey Jonah Berquist. Alicia Cover for helping pull our craft together. Thanks to Laura Shenham, my colleague, particularly, for being a partner in the madness, and to everybody up here. This is a time that we center into an age-old, centuries-old experience of the season and bring in the Greens.
One of the marvels of the natural world has always been its cycles. They were part of its beauty, its surprise, and sometimes part of what challenged and made us afraid. Spring meant rebirth, winter a frightening slumber, and so humankind evolved rituals to honor the world around them. It changes and their hopes and fears in the face of the awesome power and cycles of nature.
Fires in the hearth and lighting candles are part of how we create safety, comfort, and community amid the isolation of this season of rest. In that spirit, let us light our chalice. Those of you at home can do the same if you have a chalice or a candle. Please join me in saying the words of our chalice lighting. And now let's light our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. We light this chalice for the light of truth, the warmth of love, and the fire of commitment. We light this symbol of our faith, we gather together. And please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 226 in the gray hymnal, People Look East.
We are bound not by a statement of shared beliefs as Unitarian Universalists, but values like love and justice, respecting and cherishing differences, and by our covenants. Covenants are promises we make to one another about who we will be and how we will be together. Please rise as you are able and join me in saying the words of some of those promises we make here by reading together the words of the ritual covenant printed in your order of service. Afterwards, we will sing together our doxology. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth and freedom, and to help one another.
And minds together in a time of meditation and prayer. Spoken, silent, sung, and shared. It's a precious time, and all precious times want preparation. So I invite you to settle yourself in a straight posture, both feet grounded on the floor, to take a deep breath and hold it until you notice you need to breathe out. And relax. I invite you to close your eyes, for it's vision that's the most energy-intensive activity for our brains. These next few days are the days leading up to the winter solstice, a time when those who are very attentive to the skies note that the sun, which has relentlessly moved southward on the horizon since last June, seems to pause on its journey before beginning to climb northwards to center again. Solstice is a time of pause. So pause, breathe, relax, rest, be at peace. Spirit of winter rest, help us to enjoy your peace in this quiet place. Remind us to pause during this season. Grant us awareness and keep our gratitude fresh each day. May the songs in our heart be blessings and insights to us and to others, and may compassion always shine forth from the depths of our hearts. This particular Sunday, our prayers also go out to the Jewish community in Australia and the families and the faculty and the staff associated with Brown University, and to all places where suffering, injustice, fear, grief are present in ways that speak of the deeply broken places in our human hearts, our communities, our nations, our world. For war-torn lands and peoples and all they lose and fear losing, and to those cold and suffering, lost on our own city streets. For those whose contribution to a nation are not recognized but disparaged, and all who wrongly fear arrest, deportation, and their families being torn apart. We hold each of our hearts' struggles, the struggles of our lives and of our loved ones, the struggles of our nation and all nations. We hold them in our shared prayers as part of our sacred and shared work, the work of tikkun olam, healing and compassion that we are called to in this world. May winter, among its gifts, prepare our hearts for greater courage and love, wherever it would heal and serve fuller life among us all. Amen and blessed be.
Our offering this morning will be taken to benefit the work of the Save the Redwoods League and their support, the Redwood Resilience Fund, that through December 31st has received a pledge that will double every gift. In this time of great need to protect our earth, the offering will be given and gratefully received.
We love those children's noises. They are life-giving. Out of the rituals that evolved among people in winter climates was the hanging of the greens, which we will do today. In honor of that ritual, we will read, as we do every year, Thomas Alburn's words. Green, green, green again and greener still. This is our dream for winter. The evergreens have been symbolic for a long, long time of life and hope in the midst of winter. Long before the birth of Christ, people in the Northern Europe celebrated the winter solstice with bonfires on hilltops and evergreen boughs, and even whole trees in their tribal halls. If trees could maintain their green life through the long, cold nights of winter, surely the sun could turn in its course and climb the sky again and bring summer once more. The bonfires and supplications have always worked in the past, and surely they would work now. They did. They still work. This month, the sun will turn back from the abyss and climb the sky toward summer. Green, green, and green again, and greener still.
We're not lighting bonfires, but we are going to bring in the greens. So I'm going to give you all some instructions, and you'll have some leaders to guide you also. This side of the sanctuary. In a moment, you're going to follow me out, and we're going to go down to Thomas Starr King and Martin Luther King rooms, where you will help put decorations on greens. We'll give you some instructions there. Or you can make pomanders, which is a word for putting cloves in oranges, which, what did we decide, was to keep away evil spirits or something. But it just smells nice, and you can take them home with you. Or make an ornament, a gingerbread ornament. There is the makings for apple cider and hot cocoa there too, so don't forget to look out for that. You will all do that for 15 minutes until I ring a bell. You all will stay here with Mark Sumner, who is going to be teaching all of us in time a song, a winter solstice song. And by the way, Mark, that piece by the choir was extraordinary. I feel like it's just so beautiful. And so you'll stay here and learn that song. And then when I ring the bell, there will be controlled chaos, and we will switch. And you all will go to the Thomas Starr King and MLK rooms, and you all will come with me back into the sanctuary, and we will learn the song. And the bell will ring again, and the greens will be brought to the doors, and we will sing Deck the Hall, and Deck the Hall, and then have some closing readings and sing the song that we have learned together. Yeah? If you have questions, just follow someone who looks like they are a true believer. All right. So let's go to the controlled chaos, the winter celebrations. Follow me, you folks, into our Thomas Starr King and Martin Luther King rooms. And you all, if you want to slide forward a little so you can, I don't know, be closer to Mark, it's your chance.
Okay, turn inside your order of service and you'll see an insert. It's actually a photocopy of a hymn or a chant that is in our teal hymnal. But we realized, looking at it a few weeks ago, we weren't familiar with it at all. And if you look closely, you'll notice that a gentleman named Philip Palmer wrote this at some point before or during 2003. So this is pretty current. I think, speaking to what Gregory mentioned earlier about the pause, time to pause, the sun pauses, you're going to see in this music a chant. For some of you, if you just want to hum or drone one note all the way through, if that's your style, go right ahead and do that. You'll notice that there's a note. Bill will play it right now on the piano, the D. You can just kind of hum that note all the way through. As a matter of fact, that's a good place to start, all of us together, just to pause and resonate on that pitch. And you'll notice that that will work as an underlying sound throughout the entire chant that we will now learn. This, like I said, this is a very recent addition to our repertoire, and we will learn it today. It's pretty wordy, so we're going to do it rather slowly And I'm going to invite someone to help me keep it slow, maybe by beating the drum like boom, 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 if anyone would like to try that. But otherwise, this is how we'll do this. First off, let me just mention that the beginning line is very simple, and then it goes into what we call a sequence of notes, where it does da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Takes a little idea and just repeats it at different levels. And this time it starts high and comes down, and I think it helps bring calmness and stillness to the occasion. It's also in a minor mode, so it's rather dark, which befits this time of year when things are darker and sooner and longer. So again, you can feel free to pause if you like just on that drone note, but this is how the tune goes. And I'll do it without words first, and then you'll kind of sing with me, and then we'll try to fit the words onto those notes. So here's the D again. It goes, low, breathe, low, low, low. Very simple. That's all there is to it. Try it again without words on just ooh. Ready and sing. Ooh. Breathe. Ooh. Ooh. Then you'll breathe again and start the second verse. Good. Very, very nice. Try it with your eyes closed. It's a tune that should resonate and easy to recall. Let's try it once with our eyes closed. Ready and go. Ooh. I know. These words are filled with a certain letter in our alphabet that we in choir and we as singers have tried to learn to make as little of as possible. Because there's a certain letter in our alphabet, when sung, kind of grabs in the throat, if done incorrectly. And that letter is the R. So like, my name is Mark. And if I were to sing a song with my name in it, I would try to avoid that third letter in my name, the R sound. And you'll notice earth, for example, and also other words like mother and brother and each other, words like that. Try to minimize the effect of the R in your throat, because you'll feel as a singer that your throat will close up and you'll feel some strain and stress, and we don't want any of that. Singers, the last thing we want to feel is strain and stress when we're trying to lift our hearts, to the, or whatever. So just try to minimize the effect of the R as you sing. I think you'll find it a much more pleasant experience. So let's try it now slowly, because it gets a little wordy and the measures are full of words here. So we'll do it nice and slow. And we'll try this first verse out. Ready? Here's that note again. And for those that just want to hum, again, feel free to just, drone, we call the word, all the way through. Ready and go. Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our mother earth. Breathe. Second verse. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth. So nice. And if you want to, throughout, just keep a nice beat along your side, if you want to just use your hand along the side of your leg or somewhere in your pew, because it would be nice to have that beat. And I'll try it here on the pulpit. So that feeling of to know where to put all those words. Good, very nice. Let's do the third verse. Get used to these words and how they fit under these pitches. Here we go, ready and breathe. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers Mother Earth? And being slow, you may find yourself needing to breathe pretty frequently, quite frequently. Also, there's a little rule, which I'll mention now, is you'll notice the pronunciation of the last word of the third verse of the first line is the, because the next word is a word that begins with a vowel sound. So when singing, that's kind of our rule of thumb. If the word begins with a vowel or vowel sound, then if the THE precedes it, you would pronounce it the air, the egg, the icicle, the honorable, a vowel sound as well. So if it's a silent H or something. So it'd be the. So it's the air getting cold. Let's try that one again. Here we go. And breathe as frequently as you need to so that you can enjoy the text as well. Here we go. Ready and breathe. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers Mother Earth? That's right. And that last note gets officially 4 counts, but since we need to breathe, I think hold it 1, 2, 3, then breathe, and then we'll come in on the next verse. Here's verse 4. Ready and sing. Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our Mother Earth. Exactly. And on this last one, I think we'll slow down to it's the end, for one thing, but also as we breathe in the silence and as we sit in the darkness, we will create that mood by slowing down and truly pausing and holding that last note a long time. And what we do in choirs, when we run out of air and we still have to hold on to the note, we take a breath and we come right back in. I often describe it like if you're running the Indianapolis 500, you just take a breath, get back into the race, and then we'll try to end the piece together. Let's try it. We only have a minute before we invite the other half in, but let's try it all the way through now. And anyway, anyone want to help me beat the drum or make some noise? If you have a noisemaker or a wall or a piece of wood near you, we're going to try to keep a nice, slow beat. Very good, thank you. Here we go. Here's that note, and Bill will play a little introduction. Oh, I like that. Love it. Here we go, all the way through. Breathe and go. Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our Mother Earth. Breathe. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth. Children Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers Mother Earth? Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, drink of our Mother Earth. And I will raise my hand as long as I keep hearing voices resonating. Will kind of diminish into the stillness. Very, very nice. I think that last verse we'll sing softly like we just did. I think it's a nice effect. Thank you all very, very much. I think we're almost, ready to switch out. Question? I can't hear the question, but I will say this, and maybe this will answer it. Yeah, the choir is going to do something a little different when you're singing. Don't listen to them. The idea is to add a little drone and some harmony. Feel free if you want to go there, that's fine. But basically, it's just to add a little more color to the piece. But that's great. And we will stand, though, when we perform it later. You'll notice in the order of service, we sing this as an anthem of sorts, and then we will also close it out as our postlude today. So you will feel quite still and calm at the end of the service today, as opposed to many of them where our spirits are lifted high, high, high. Thank you all very much. I think we're ready now to switch places. Yeah. So thank you. Wherever you like to. They're probably going to come on this side this time. It won't matter. No, it's easy. Yeah, you can be anywhere. Yeah. Choir, thanks for sticking around. They're probably going to aim for this side of the congregation, the sanctuary this time, because that's where they perhaps left some things behind. So if you can kind of reposition yourselves to the right, it might be more inviting and supportive. And then when we sing, after we hang the greens or bring in the greens, you can stand wherever you like. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell Jonathan. Boy, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll fix that. Ba, ba, ba. Jonathan, are you feeling dead time right now? Sorry. Oh, okay. Come on in, everyone. Make sure you have your order of service or pick up another one if you've lost it or left it somewhere. You'll need it. Well, not necessarily. Or a teal hymnal would actually work as well. Da, da, da. All right. Is this almost everyone, you think, from? All right, mostly everyone? All right. Here's what we're going to do. First off, look inside your order of service again, and you'll see an insert with a piece of music called the Winter Solstice Chant. And if you've left your order of service somewhere, you can also use a teal hymnal, hymn number 1063. This is a piece of music that I don't believe we've used before at all, and it was unfamiliar to Vanessa. So we decided to embrace this for this year, for obvious reasons. And it speaks to what Gregory referenced before. It's a very calm, very centering, and in a way, if you just drone the bass note that the piano plays pretty much downbeat almost every measure is just a drone of the same note. If you are in a mood to just want to just sit there and drone one note, that's fine too. This is the note, I believe it's in my head from the last 15 minutes. This is the note. As a matter of fact, it's a good way to just like om, om, as if, so why don't you just take a deep breath and just om with me on this pitch, right? Ready, and go. Om. Take a breath and come back in. Yeah, it can be very resonant, very nice feeling, yes? And that'll symbolize the pause that Gregory referenced when the sun comes to a point where it is at the lowest in the horizon and then it starts coming the other direction. So a remarkable thing is this piece is a new piece. This is not something that comes from the Gregorian chant era of 1,000 years ago, but actually Philip Palmer came up with this and published it in our teal hymnal, and you see the date 2003. So it's a rather recent addition to things. So it's really nice to have this. The music is very simple, which befits the calmness and such. So what we will do is, first off, let's just listen to the melody, and we'll try it just on an oo vowel, just oo all the way through. And I think it's so easy you'll be able to memorize it after just hearing it the one time. So Bill will play an introduction before we sing it, and we're going to have a bit of a drum beat as well, because it is slow, but you'll notice there's a lot of words to fit in eventually, so we'll want to know exactly where to place those words. But right now, let's just listen to the melody. Here it comes. I will sing it once, and then you'll ooh it back to me. Ready? And it goes. Ooh, breath. Ooh, 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 breath. Simple as that. And that's what we call a sequence, when you take a little motive, a little idea, and repeat it at different levels. That's a sequence. So it consumes half of the piece. So it's very simple to learn. Now sing it back to me just on ooh. Ready, and breathe. Ooh, breath. Ooh. Breath, and then you'll repeat it 3 more times with the 4 verses. Very, very nice. One other thing that I need to teach a little bit is that the pronunciation of the word THE changes depending on what the next word is. And when singing and when speaking, for that matter, if the word following THE starts with a vowel or a vowel sound, you would want to pronounce it the with the E vowel. And of course, if it's a consonant, sound, then you would simply go the. But here you'll see the earth. I think the surprise one is at the end of the third verse. Would you all look at the first line? At the end of the third verse, you'll see, can you feel the? But that would be incorrect, because if you look at the next word, it's air. So it would be the air. So just one heads up on that. Another little matter to bring to your attention, and that is, as a singer, it's important, since you hold notes like earth, E-A-R-T-H, a long, long time, or birth in this case, and even words like sister and brother and mother, there's an R involved in all of those words, and the R sound is not a friendly letter of our alphabet for singers. If you just sing an R, you'll notice that it sits way back in the throat, and it does not give a pleasant feeling, particularly on the higher notes, but any notes for that matter. So, and as a singer, it's important to feel good, because when else would you want to sing? You wouldn't want to sing when you're feeling stressed or upset or ill. So as a singer, you want to, even if you're not feeling well, that's one of the great things about singing regularly, is it puts you in the right place every time. But when you're singing, just erase the R. Just kind of make it a vowel, like earth, mother, father. Just minimize the effect of the R. It's so prevalent in this particular chant and these words that Philip wrote. So as you sing, you'll find it much more pleasant. So this it's not loud, it never is loud. It's just a very calm, introspective, and rather dark. You'll hear it's in a minor mode. It's a rather dark feeling, and it befits exactly the time of the year. So, and amazingly, we will sing this as our postlude. Usually you're lifted by Reiko, and our postludes here are not at all like this. But today we will be using this not only as kind of an anthem when the other half of the congregation enters later in the service, but we will also end our morning with it. So hopefully you can find some peace, a bit of pause, a bit of calmness enter into your mind and heart. Let's try it now with some words. This is the tricky part. So I'm going to ask you, as you get comfortable with it, to just do some kind of striking a leg. There's something woods, something hard where we can feel the beat. Yeah, right there on the arm of the pew. Somewhere just to feel that nice, steady beat. And try to keep it calm and slow, because you'll notice there's a lot of words we have to fit in. Let's try verse 1. Here we go, 1 and go. Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister, brother, songs of our mother earth. Breathe. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth. Good. Before we go on, it's so slow you may find yourself needing to breathe rather frequently, and do so. Don't be upset by that. Just breathe whenever you need to. Those are long notes. 3 counts and then breathe. 3 counts, then breathe. Those long notes that we sing at the beginning and at the end. So feel free to just take the breath as you need it. Good. And again, it wants to go faster and faster, but I think you'll find that the words will feel better and you will feel calmer at that slower tempo. Good. Let's try verse 3. 1 and breathe. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers other earth? 4th verse. Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe breathe in the silence, think of our mother. And on this last verse, you'll see commas in the text, great places to breathe. And I think we will also slow down in order to achieve a sense of calmness and to create a real pause in the music by ending, and we'll hold that last note a long, long time. So feel free to breathe in the middle of the note and come back in so that we can resonate for a nice long moment. It's very effective. And I think the last verse is also an opportunity to maybe sing it softer. So let's try it all the way through, and I'm going to invite anyone who would like to maybe use the drum to give us a really strong beat, or just really, give us a nice, on the wood part of where you're sitting, just a nice feeling so that we're all singing together nice and well. So let's try it all the way through this time. I'm going to ask Bill to play an introduction, and then just kind of follow my cue as to when to breathe and when to restart, but I think it'll be pretty straightforward. And I'm going to also ask that you ignore the choir a little bit, because I've asked them, a few of them, to sing a harmony line and a little echo bit. It shouldn't upset you too much, but if you're sensitive, don't listen too acutely to some of the people that'll be adding some harmony notes. But I think it'll be a nice effect. So let's try it all the way through. This is how we will perform it shortly. So Bill, give us an introduction. Here we go. Breathe. Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our mother earth. Breathe. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers mother earth? Now softer. Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our mother earth. And I'll give you a good teach there. Yeah, and I would start stronger so that when you sing the words, we have come to sing, when you sing, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, can you feel the air? I think those should inspire nice, strong singing. And then when we get to the fourth verse, I think the effect will even be even stronger. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy this day and this opportunity to bring some calmness to the space and to your mind and heart. Thank you. We're ready. Oh, is it time to deck?
We are getting ready to deck. By the way, if anyone didn't notice, Meg McGuire, our former intern, our COVID intern, is here with her wife Paige. So make sure to So I invite us to rise and sing Deck the Halls as we bring in our greens. Did we do it? Almost. We stopped singing. We're supposed to keep singing deck the hall. Wonderful. Good. Don't touch it. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it later. Sometimes we have to flip them so all the pretty parts are on the outside, but we do that later. It'll be all. Thank you all. Anakin and Kenley and Mark, why don't you head up to share with us the reading.
Do not be afraid of the darkness. Dark is the rich, fertile earth that cradles the seed, nourishing growth. Dark is the soft night that cradles us to rest. Only in darkness can stars shine across the vastness of space. Only in darkness is the moon's dance so clear. There is mystery woven in the dark, quiet hours.
Do not be afraid. We are born of this magic. It fills our dreams that root, unravel, and reweave themselves in the shelter of the deep, dark night. The dark has its own hue, its own resonance, its own breath. It fills our soul, not with despair, but with promise.
Dark is the gestation of our deep and knowing self. Dark is the cave where we rest and renew our soul. Do not be afraid of the darkness. Do not rush the coming sun. Do not crave the lengthening of the day. Celebrate the darkness, here and now, a time of richness, a time of joy.
Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our mother earth. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick with her death bear witness to martyrs' birth. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and cover Mother Earth? Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our Mother Earth.
Our hearts, our souls are fed when we are awake and attentive to the natural world of which we are a part. When Earth is shrouded in dark and cold, we too are invited into a season of retreat inward, long nights that invite us to go inside deep and reflect, an invitation like the seeds underground to prepare for what may come. The evergreens, meanwhile, remind us that even in times of life's seeming retreat, life and the promise of life's returning, of the sun returning, is always still with us. And poet Nikki Giovanni, American poet and writer and activist who died last year at this time, wrote in her poem, "The Sun Will Rise," these words: "The sun will rise, even if it takes longer than we expect or are prepared for." The message of winter solstice is to dig deep, my friends, into the rich invitation of this season and the promise that the sun will rise, will return. Our question, to sit with these long winter nights, is how will the life in us rise to meet the sun? Blessings of this season and its invitations and its gifts to us all.
So, the worship is coming to an end, and now service begins for us. And holiday festivities continue, and some not so festive times also. But this Monday night, December 22nd, please come here. There's a sing-along. You'll get to sing your favorite carols. There'll be an orchestra. It's part of our Caroling for a Cause concert. It's for a cause, so we invite you to pay for your tickets if you can, but, you know, depends on your budget. The Golden Gate Symphony Orchestra and Choir and a few other groups will be joining us to sing and raise money for the good causes. Singing can get you into a great holiday mood, and here's the good thing to me. This singing is so big and boisterous, you don't even need to be able to carry a tune. Less festive, Thursday night, come to the Civic Center Plaza at 5 for the annual memorial vigil in honor of the lives of our neighbors who were homeless or housing insecure, the ones who have passed away during this year. There's a wonderful vigil in front of City Hall. And then afterwards, that's at 4:45 or 5. Afterwards, you can come here. There's a blue holiday service if holidays make you blue, as it does for many people. More cheerfully, the following Sunday, it's Pageant Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. We'll come together and engage in stories from Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. Bring your acting skills because we get to bring the stories to life. Remember to put on your calendar the Christmas Eve service, 4:45 here, December 24th. And then there will be more services into the end of the year and going forward. After service today, there's a table, again, not so cheery, but a table for writing letters to Thomas Brown's family. That will be down in the gallery. There's also a meeting for newcomers. Emma Wakeling will meet you in the gallery and show you how to get, there's Emma waving in the background, how to get to the fireside room, so that will be good. And of course, there's our coffee hour, social hour. If you can brave the elements, it's out in the courtyard. If you're feeling a little chilly, it's in Thomas Starr King Room, and there's the wonderful quilt show with the ties from Ken Keep that you can look at again or for the first time. So thank you very much. See ya.
And now we extinguish our chalice, but we take the flame with us, a small bonfire in our hearts with the light of truth and the warmth of love and the fire of commitment to what we love and cherish out into the world until we meet again. Let's rise as we're able, body, spirit, join hands, make manifest by our joining of hands the interdependent web of all existence, of all life, of which we are a part, interwoven, one garment of destiny. And then we'll sing our winter chant again. Well, thank you to Anakin and Kenley today for being part of worship. Everyone else. And now in our comings and our goings, may the light of love shine upon us, and out from within us be gracious unto us and grant us peace. For this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen. Should we sing?
Children of the earth, we have come to sing to each other, sister to brother, songs of our mother earth. Children of the earth, autumn soon will breathe her last breath, and quick will her death bear witness to winter's birth. Children of the earth, can you feel the air getting cold as darkness takes hold and sleep covers mother? I invite you to sit for this last one. Children of the earth, we have come to sit in the darkness, breathe in the silence, think of our mother earth.
To everybody who made today possible. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Reiko. Thanks to all the worship associates. Thank you, Jonah. You can go get hot chocolate. You can still make pomanders. If you actually want to, a couple of you want to stay and help us, we're going to rearrange the greens a little, and some are getting loose. So if you're handy that way and comfortable, come help us out. And otherwise, thank you all. Blessings of the season.